Welcome to Quantum Finance. My name is Parker. I'm the head trader here, and this is our day trading recap for Thursday, November 30th. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the top 3 trading opportunities from today. So in this video, I really liked Apple, Google, and Meta for short opportunities. So today was definitely a play on the weakness here in the technology sector. The way I identified these 3 stocks being in play today, as you can see here, we still have we have Apple here up on the screen. We did have a decent downtrend here off the open, and yesterday we did have a nice kind of uptick here in ATR. But as you can see, Apple had a green day today, so out of all the weakness I identified here in the morning, Apple was definitely the worst performer. The other one I liked was Google. As you can see, big red day here in Google. We liked Google because as you see that strong downtrend and that uptick in ATR. And we also had Meta on watch as well. As you can see, another big red day here in Meta with that strong downtrend and nice uptick in ATR. So as you see, Google and Meta outperforming the trades today on our short bias where Apple was green. But we're going to go over these 3 trades anyway. So I'm going to open up the 2-hour chart here. So as you can see, we had kind of a head and shoulders pattern here on the 2-hour chart on Apple. As you can see, kind of a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, getting your neckline breakdown right there. So we saw that, and we were like bearish along with our downtrend here. And then with Google, you can see we also had a pretty strong trend reversal coming in, and also a kind of head and shoulders pattern as well. Pretty much all 3 of these stocks today, we did have kind of like a head and shoulders type patterns here in play. As you can see, kind of the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder, and then the neckline breakdown coming down and filling this gap. The same with Meta here. As you can see, the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder after this long uptrend. And as you remember, the head and shoulders is a bearish reversal pattern. So now I want to go to our 3 and 5 minute intraday charts. We're going to go start here with Apple because that was the first one on our list. So as you can see, I have the trades pulled up here on the 3 minute, and I have our levels drawn here on the 5 and 15. So I did like the entry here at about this 10 o'clock mark because as you can see, we got that nice flush down here off the open. We got a trade line, that 8 EMA crossing down below the 21 EMA on both the 3 and the 5 minute charts. As you see, those death crosses to the downside there. And we also had a bearish postured 15 minute, right? We had bearish postured EMAs, the short EMA below the longer term EMA. So we did like that for an entry. And we had our first take profit down here as we broke down through yesterday's lows. And as you can see, I have a gold line here, and it hit that target exactly. And what that line is drawn for is this previous low right here. As you can see, the daily high and low indicator here. And then our second take profit as we broke down below that low. And then I had a final take profit down here at this significant high back from here. But as you can see, we didn't quite get to it. So we did exit the trade right here at about noon. So we can go to pull up these options that we were looking at. We were looking here at these 190s on Apple. So as you can see, your entry was here at about that 130, and then that first take profit there at about 28% gain. And you could have added back here. I do have that add there as we retested that VWAP. But then as you can see, your second take profit down here at about a 40% gain, and then that final exit as it broke that trend to the downside at about a 30% gain. So not the best entry or biggest moves here on these Apple contracts. So then that second trade, we're going to go back to our 3 and 5 minute charts here. We liked Meta. Meta did perform a lot better here on the puts. As you can see, it had a nice entry as it kind of bounced up. We got that nice sell-off through yesterday's lows, bounced up close to the VWAP area. So getting short into the VWAP, getting short into that volume average, right? And we also had that nice level that we violated here. As you look down here at the 15 minute, that's what that first yellow line is, that previous low right there. And then, so first take profit as we broke down through the low of the day, right? Second take profit as we got down here into that significant level, as you can see this level here, right? From this previous pivot low. That was your second take profit, and then your third take profit as we did pull down into this other significant level down here. And as you can see, it did extend below that. But really nice moves here on Meta. really getting a nice bearish reversal here. We had these 330 pulled up on Meta. So as you can see, the entry being about that, 240, 250 level. That first take profit at about a 40% gain. That second take profit at about a 90% gain. And then that final take profit down here, getting close to about a 170% gain. So as you can see, the outperformance here on this Meta short compared to that Apple short. And then that final trade we liked was Googl. Googl did not really have the best options contracts, so you would probably have to go buy like more expensive contracts on this. I only traded one of these today. I only traded that Aapl, so unfortunately I did not pick the best of the 3 trade ideas that we had this morning. But as you can see, if you would have picked any of these, obviously you would have made money on these put options. But Googl was so weak that it really didn't even have the greatest entry points. So, I mean, your best opportunity here on Googl was, as you can see, getting a slight bounce off that 50-day, pushing into that 3 and 5 minute trade line right below that significant level here. As you can see, these significant lows back here, where all these lows were lining up. That is that first yellow line. As you can see here on the 5 minute, getting a rejection tail here off of that level with also those trade lines. So that would have probably been a decent entry. But I do want to point out that you would be shorting into the 50-day moving average. So honestly, this wasn't the most ideal entry. But if you did have a very extreme like short bias like we did today, that was probably the best opportunity. And as you can see, taking profit as we pulled down into that next significant level down here. As you can see, this previous high back here, and then that final take profit down here into that 100-day moving average. So yeah, a lot of weakness in the technology sector today. You can go to the SPY. As you can see, green day here in the SPY. Actually, pretty large volume coming in. Most volume we've gotten in quite a while, as you can see, getting above that volume average. Look over here at the weekly, as you can see, this big false print here on, I don't know why, I think your swim does this sometimes, but sometimes it just has false prints. So yeah, anyway, nice shorts coming in today in technology. Definitely an underperformance here in the NASDAQ. But yeah, that should do it for the video. Appreciate y'all watching, and I will talk to y'all later.